Hello and welcome to the Gator Hall for today's matchup between the visiting Cranford Cougars and the Oratory Prep Rams. My name's Phil Solomon, and on call tonight with me is Devin Mulvaney on this cold Thursday night. The Rams are coming off a devastating road loss to Union just 2 nights ago, but the Rams are undefeated at home this season, being 5-0, including 5-0 at home, including last Saturday's huge win against Pingree with an amazing fourth quarter 11-point comeback. Led by seniors Ryan Fay and Connor Lee, this Rams offense is scary when given time on the ball on the offensive side of the court. On the other side, the Cougars have been on a 4-game heater after starting off the season 3-0, then losing 4 in a row to now winning 4 in a row, led by senior Enzo Mandrini, who's leading the team in scoring with 208 points on the year. Devin, how can the Rams use their strengths today to their advantage over the Cougars today?
Well, Phil, we saw a lot of great ball movement against Pingree. The Rams were given a lot of time outside the paint on Saturday, and when given this time, we saw them complete 15 to 20 passes before finding a lane to drive in for a layup or a space for a shot. The same could be said tonight. The Rams need to be smart and patient on the ball, which is what they are comfortable with. It's how they like to play. Defensively, the Rams have been very solid. They play their man-to-man very nicely and have been a threat to steal the ball. The defense is averaging 5.27 steals per game. But the weakness has been shown in the later parts of the game. The Rams have struggled to hold on to leads. They've had turnovers, they forced shots, and rushed the offense, as we saw against Union. The key to this problem: slow down the offense. You already have the lead. Slowing it down and moving the ball around to create space to score is what the Rams need to look for. Additionally, the Rams need to stand their ground on defense tonight. During the second half at Union, they left shooters wide open on the perimeter, which allowed them to crawl back into the game, which the Rams led by 13 points at one point. The Rams need to make sure they don't leave players unmarked, and they will be okay. This is what the Rams need to do to secure the dub and stay undefeated at home.
Yeah, I totally agree, Devin. Coming up next, the Cranford Cougars at the Oratory Prep Rams. We will be back after a short break. Tip-off is about to happen here.
And taking the tip-off for the Rams will be Michael Dragone.
It'll be Michael Dragone against Will Morgan taking the tip-off.
Cranford will be in the white, and the Rams are in the blue. And we are underway. Cranford wins the tip. Phil, I mean, talking as someone that was at the game yesterday, the Rams really, they played a great game against Union. And unfortunately, their defense they left guys open on the perimeter in the later half. And Union went on a streak where they hit 5 or 6 threes in a row, which has really led to their downfall in that game. What happened?
Here it is, taking up the court for the Rams is Archie Mueller.
As we said earlier, the Rams really just need to move the ball around, create that space, which they do all the time.
You know, they just need to be able to create open space. They got to take their chances, especially on offense. They got to be risk takers in tonight's game. Dragone driving in, knocks the ball free. He retrieves his own rebound. Still in search for the first points of the game. Taken away by Will Morgan.
And Cranford moves the ball back up the court. 2 attempts there for Dragone. He couldn't get it to fall, but a good look to start it off.
A little chaotic start as both sides, having missing layups. Here it is, driving around is Nate Arvano. Knocked off, a bad pass, and the ball goes out of the hands of Nate Arvano, and it'll be the Rams' ball. About a minute and a half in, no points yet. Ball inbounded by Archie Mueller to Marcus Johnson, and then back to Mueller. Here's Ryan Fay, back to Mueller. Mueller, the youngest one on the court. Ryan Fay, 3, goes off and retrieved by Avino. Here's Will Morgan going up, and he doesn't get it, and we go back the other way as Dragone gets the rebound. Connor Lee now with it. Gives it to Archie Mueller. He goes for 3. Got it! The first points of the game. And the deadlock is broken.
Yeah, great move by Archie Mueller there. He kind of had space, hesitated at first, but was like, I'm going to take it if you're going to give it to me, and pulls up for a 3 to give the Rams a quick 3-0 lead.
Great shot by Mueller there, and the Rowdies are pumped. Here's Dylan Avino. Driving up, goes in and out, and Dragone gets the defensive rebound.
And Archie Mueller pushes it back up the court.
Mueller, the youngest guy out there for the Rams. Just a sophomore. Everyone else is a senior. And Ryan will get fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, good hesitation there by Fay. Gets the man to jump, then goes up with him. Gets the foul. Can't get it to fall, but good job.
He gets the first one. Gets the second one. And a 5-0 lead for the Rams. The Cougars still in search of their first points of the game. Here's Brody Ewing to Dylan Avino. He goes for 3, goes off the front of the rim. Marcus Johnson diving for it, and it goes out, and it'll be Cougars' ball. The Rams have been hungry so far in this first quarter. They've been on top of everything. Passing around, the Cougars still in search. And a foul called on Will Morgan.
Yeah, Marcus Johnson got his hand in there, went to get the ball after it as it was a loose ball. And as you said, he just held on to him, which he can't do. It's going to be Rams ball here. And Johnson inbounds it to Mueller. And the Rams push it up the court now.
The Rams have been very patient offensively today, something that they're very good at, especially in the early stages of games, but they seem to struggle with in later parts of the games as Connor Lee goes around and gets the points.
Great job there by Connor Lee. Got the separation outside and just broke in.
Rams still yet to let up a point to the Cougars here. Avino going up, and it does not go. Offensive rebound, they still can't get it. Still in search of their first offensive points, and Dragon will get it. Lobbing a Hail Mary up to Marcus Johnson. A great grab out of the air by Nate Arvino, though, with one hand. Cougars still. Arvino looking for three. No. Rebound knocked out of the hands of Nick Correctius. They still are in search. Dylan Avino.
Good defense here by the Rams, really making the Cougars work.
And still they cannot get some points on the board. Mueller pulling up for three. Doesn't go. Rebound collected by Dylan Avino. Off in the corner. There's a three. They got it. That's their first points of the game. And their deadlock is broken. 7-3 lead for the Rams as the Cougars finally get on the board. Here's Mueller taking it up. Fay. Right down low for Dragon, and it doesn't go. And he looks frustrated after that.
Yeah, unfortunate miss there for Dragon. It looked like it was going to fall. I'm kind of baffled that didn't, too.
That's going to be a travel. And he didn't even get the shot above. So far, about 3/4 of the way through the first quarter. Devin, what have you seen that's impressed you offensively for the Rams?
I mean, the Rams scored 7 points, nothing really crazy. I mean, they're getting a lot of opportunities. Their defense is what has been impressive. Holding Cranford only 3 points right now, but they really need to get the offense going.
Now here's Mueller giving them up to Johnson. Eric Devoncourt, who just checked in, as well to Koska, who also just checked in. Here's Fay in the corner for Koska in the corner. Oh, that would have been something special. We all love Will around here. Leaving a man unmarked. A miscommunication there. This ball is still up for grabs, and it'll be Cougar ball. Held on to by Joe Patino. Holding on to the ball for dear life, but it'll be Rams ball. Here's Devoncourt looking for Koska. He has him over to Mueller. Archery has Ryan Fay in the corner for three. Got it. And a 7-point separation for the Rams.
Beautiful ball moving by the Rams there. Koska to Archie, back out to Fay, who hits the three. Kind of left the Cranford defense confused, and that was just beautiful.
The Rams offensively look very comfortable tonight. Cougars still looking for their second bucket of the night. Spinning around, that shot goes up. They can't get it, and Ryan Fay gets the rebound. Here's Marcus Johnson for a deep three. Doesn't go. Ball was knocked out of the hands of Ryan Fay, who looked like he was going to get the offensive rebound. Great defense there by Marcus Johnson, who plays it up to Ryan Fay for an easy layup. With 50 seconds left of the first quarter. This defense has been very good tonight, Devin.
Totally agree with you, Phil. Strong defense coming out here. Really left Cranford confused. I mean, they get down low, and they still are getting blocked by big players like Devoncourt and Koska. Really, the man-to-man has worked well so far.
I mean, there was just a foul on Will Koska, and he seemed very stunned. What I heard him say is that on me? I guess he didn't think he had fouled Nate Arvino. Gets his first shot.
On the Rams here, I want to get the ball, hold it the last 35 seconds, and get a good shot off. And
goes in and out.
Misses his second, and it rims out, and here come the Rams back up the court. Mueller carries it up and runs a little bit of trouble with Avino, but gets it past him. Mueller still holds it, finds Johnson. Johnson with the ball now. Johnson takes it out, resets the offense. And Johnson to Faye. Faye now on the outside. Faye looking on the perimeter. Faye takes it.
Gets the pass off to MJ. That's going to be a foul.
Wow.
That was great offensive ball movement from the Rams. Archie and Ryan they were confident on the ball. They didn't stress on the ball. And they were very comfortable with it.
Yeah, Faye got blocked there, but he didn't panic. The ball came loose, and who's the first one there? MJ. I mean, that's one. You know what that is, Phil? That's effort. And now Johnson gets rewarded with 2 free throws.
Gets his first one.
And in for the Rams is Tyson Moose.
Very early. Very good for him. He is a great player.
Johnson misses his second, and the Rams retreat back on defense. Cranford moves it up the court, and they lose possession. And it will be out of bounds on Nate Avino, and it will be Rams ball with half a second left. Not really anything you can do here. I think the Rams will just dribble it out and call it a good first quarter.
Will puts the shot up. Appears he hit the netting above our booth. It's all right. Not much you could do there. But the first quarter will end with the Rams with a 9-point lead, 13-4. A fantastic effort offensively and defensively from the Rams.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I really liked what I saw. I mean, I want to see the offense get a little bit more get a little bit more movement. I mean, they had a bunch of good looks, a couple missed layups like the Dragon layup, as few points that you should have that, sometimes in close games like these, or in games that are close, are crucial. And good job at the free throw line. They went 4 for 4, Faye with 2, and they went 3 for 4, and Johnson with 1, so 3 for 4 there. But what stood out to me is really the defense. That was holding Cranford to 4 points in the first quarter is something that I did not have on my sheet for tonight.
Absolutely.
It'll be Rams ball when the second quarter begins, as Dragon did not win the tip-off. And we'll be back from this ready.
We'll be right back.
A little bit of confusion. I mean, me and Phil saw the same thing. I thought the Rams lost the tip-off, but appears the refs thought otherwise. And
goes off the shoe.
Cranford turns over the ball anyway, so
yeah,
it'll be Rams ball.
Goes off of the shoe of Nick Karakakis. And it'll be Rams ball. Inbounded from Lee to Archie Mueller. Oh, great defensive play there by Ravino. And it will be Cougars ball. That shot doesn't go. Great job by Will Koska there. Ryan Fay taking it up with speed, going up, can't get the layup. Connor Lee gets the rebound. Ball is still loose and picked up by the Cougars.
Yeah, Coach Doherty doesn't look happy with that one. I mean, he's emphasized a lot this season. When you don't have it, don't force it. And, I mean, Connor got his first shot blocked, and he kind of went up again for another one there. And, just push it out. Get the offense reset. Their ball movement has been exceptional as it was in the first quarter. Instead, you lead to a turnover when you really could. That's points, left on the table there, Phil.
I really could not have said that any better, Devin. That is a perfect explanation of what has just happened there. As the Cougars are still looking to get some more points on the board. That shot goes off of the rim and will go back out in the hands of Connor Lee. Dragon pulling up for three. Doesn't go, and rebounded by Joe Patino.
If I'm Coach Doherty, I want to see the Rams kind of push it more inside and get those easy shots, because the threes will fall. When you're making the shots inside, they're going to give you the respect to come inside, as Cranford missed another shot, but the layup gets put back and in, and it's 13-6.
That was a great shot by Joe Patino there. Their first points of the quarter. Here comes Connor Lee taking it up. Rams are yet to score in this second quarter. Lee looking for options, up for Archie Mueller. Driving, doesn't really have anything to do there. Gives it off to Fay. To Connor Lee for three. Doesn't go, goes back in and out, and will be recovered by the Cougars.
2.5 minutes now into this second quarter, and the Rams have yet to make a basket.
And Patino is fouled there, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
The trend I'm seeing early tonight in this game is the Rams are struggling with rebounds, as Joe Patino, the senior, has really been dominating the boards for them.
His first shot doesn't go. But yeah, I totally agree, Devin. Their rebounds have been very, if I could say in one word, shaky and a little just like, I would say shaky and unorganized. They've been struggling to just grab the ball. Dragon diving for it, and it'll be Cougar ball.
And Avino misses both, but Dragon falls on the ball.
Here's Avino. Dylan Avino driving and knocked away and rejected by Michael Dragon. Wow. Wow. That was fantastic defensively by Michael Dragon. Lobbed up here for Dylan Avino. The Cougars are just looking to get something going. They're trying to start. They just want to get buzzing here. Here's a jumper. He got it. And it's Brody Ewing. And the Rams still in search for their first points of the quarter. Here's Koska. Dragon. Still looking for something, looking for room. Here's Connor Lee. Going up, loses the ball in the process, and is picked up by the Cougars. The Cougars look a lot more comfortable offensively and defensively this quarter. Dylan Avino still looking for a pass. Joe Patino. Ball pokes free, and Archie Mueller picks it up. Mueller with speed up the court. Mueller gets the N1. I guess the foul.
And Mueller draws the foul, and we'll get 2. That's going on number 4. We don't have his number.
Archie's second shot will go.
The Rams get back on defense now. Still really great defense by the Rams, but their offense kind of question where they are right now. First quarter was fine, but 1 point. We're almost 4 minutes into this second quarter.
They've seemed a little shaky on offense, while offensively for the Cougars, they look a lot more comfortable. Shot goes by Brody Ewing.
What did I say earlier? They got to get the rebounds. And again, off the boards, they get boxed out.
Dragon, good move there. He gets points. And they're up to a 6-point lead.
Beautiful movement there by the Rams. The first three could not fall by Johnson, but Faye gets the rebound and puts up the shot. Great execution by the Rams to build back on a lead, and they lead by 8.
Going up for the shot. They got it, the Cougars. Great job by Nate Avino there. Here's Archie. Get it off to Connor Lee in the corner for 3. Doesn't go. Ryan Faye gets the rebound, and there's a foul.
Yeah, 2 great offensive rebounds there by Faye on both back-to-back possessions. I really want to see Connor Lee get going. He's got no points to start this game. For the Rams, it'll be Mueller to inbound. He finds Faye on the corner.
Faye looking.
Finds Dragon to Johnson. Johnson hesitates.
Just looking for some room to get a shot here.
Johnson finds
Here it is.
Dragon off the rim and no good.
Looks like he overshot that a little bit there.
Yeah, not a good start for the Rams offensively on the 3-point perspective. They're taking a lot, and they've made 1 the entire game, Phil.
Here goes Mandrini. Doesn't go, and Archie gets the rebound. Archie spinning, twisting, gets the shot off. And Ryan yelling at Archie, saying he's right there. Seems a little frustrated with Archie for taking a shot there and not getting the pass off.
Yeah, I mean, it's what Coach Doherty emphasizes. Don't force shots. And for Archie Mueller right there, he kind of had 2 guys on him. I mean, it wasn't the most ideal shot, and Faye was open in the corner. I mean, you can be a Monday morning quarterback, but I do understand where Faye was coming from there.
Now Archie is going to rebound it in, inbound it in for the Rams. This has been a very low-scoring game today compared to what we saw on Saturday against Pingree, where at halftime both teams had over 20 points. It'll be Cougar ball here, down by 6, with 2:15 left of the first half. Archie will come out, and Will Koska will check in. Now we have a full court of seniors for the Rams.
As you mentioned, Phil, this senior-heavy lineup is really it's something that they works to advantage, as they've been playing for 3 years already, most of them.
Joe Bettino gets the rebound. Here's Mandrini in the middle. A great job, and 1. And that will be a great job by Nick Dizdar. Archie checks back in, taking out Connor Lee. The youngest starter on the court today. He's a sophomore.
And we now have a 3-point game. As I said, the Rams' offense has been just non-existent in this quarter. They've led by It was, what, 14 points? They had 14 points in the first quarter, and now as they turn over the ball, as on cue, they turn over the ball.
They've had only 5 points in this quarter compared to Cranford, who's put up 11. Now here's Avino for 3. Will, and there's a push-off by Joe Patino on Will Koska. It'll be Rams ball. Rams do not look satisfied right now. They seem very frustrated on the court. And checking in for Cranford is number 20, Nick Kirakakis. Here's Mueller taking it up the court. Now they're doubling, and they draw a foul. And Dragon is being called over to the Rams sideline. Thought for a second he would have been checking out, but he seems to be continuing.
And that foul will send Archie Mueller to the line as the Rams are in the bonus here in this quarter.
They need these points. Here's Mueller's second shot. It goes in, and that will be their 7th point of the quarter. Rams up by 5, a minute and a half left of the first half. Here's Mandrini. Spin, a great move. Doesn't go, rebound. Goes up, and they got it. And that's Dizdar. And Will Koska looks like he's limping a little bit, but he tells Coach Doherty that he's fine and he'll keep playing. Now he's being told to get off by the refs. He says he's okay.
And once again, just awful rebounding by the Rams to start this quarter. I mean, this second quarter and first quarter, one theme, have not been getting the boards and leaving men wide open. And Cranford might have 15 offensive rebounds to start the game.
Great job by Marcus Johnson to get around Avino. Seems like there are brothers on this team, both Avinos. He got around Dylan Avino there. Dylan and Nate. Dylan number 15, Nate number 11. That'll be Rams ball. Went off the hand of Dizdar. Archie Mueller going to take the inbound pass. The Rams have been struggling in this quarter to get points on the board, while the Cougars have been flourishing in the offensive paint. Here's Ryan Fay looking for room. Here's Marcus Johnson guarded by Nate Avino. Here's Dragon for 3. Doesn't go. The rebound is gone by the Cougars. And this is something the Rams have struggled with, getting these rebounds. As you said, Devin, they have been struggling. Now here's Mandrini for the tie. And it is rebounded by Archie Mueller. 15 seconds up to the first half here. Great job by Mueller getting the layup and lobbed away. Here they are for Enzo Kardakis, and he gets the foul.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a little baffled at the amount of threes the Rams are taking with the amount that are going in, Phil. I mean, they've made one, and to be honest, it gives me flashbacks to the Summit game where they made one three the entire game and ended up losing because they just wanted to take threes. I really want to see them push it inside and find the open man. I mean, Cranford has one player that's 6'2", but the Oratory has the height advantage with Dragon and Koska both at 6'3".
I mean, you're completely right. They got to stick to their strengths, which is in the paint. Here's Ryan Fay with 2 seconds, getting the shot off. It doesn't go, and that will be halftime. And the Rams with a 22-17 point lead at the half. Hello and welcome back to the Gata Hall, where the Oratory Prep Rams are hosting the Cranford Cougars. First half ended with the Rams having a shaky offensive start as well as the rebounds on offense and defense. The Rams are holding on to a lead, 22-17. We're about to get this place back started, and it'll be inbounded by Dylan Avino. Plays it into his brother, Nate Avino. Guarded by MJ, Marcus Johnson. Cougars still in search of their first lead of the game. Off to Nate Avino. Driving, looking for some movement here. Here's Mandrini. Avino. And the rebound goes the way of the Rams. Here's Connor Lee for three. Got it in a great way to start off the first half. Something they so struggled with in this first half. Patino. Avino doesn't go, and they finally are getting some rebounds going here, the Rams.
Yeah, finally, Phil, it's about time. 2 offensive rebounds there, defensive rebounds there by the Rams. It's probably what Coach Doherty talked about a lot during this intermission or half. It was really, it's one of the most obvious things that was just glaring as Dragone shot rims out. Along with that, the Rams have to make their 3-pointers, especially ones that are open, as Connor Lee made the first one to start.
And another foul on Joe Patino by Connor Lee.
And that foul happened because the Rams did not get the defensive rebound.
I totally agree with you, man, Devin. It's just the Rams have been so struggling with their rebounds. It's just they are so good at moving the ball around the paint and finding open lanes and just driving into the basket. That is what they are very good at that, and they need to continue to do that. But they're forcing out threes as Joe Patino misses his first shot. Here's Patino's second shot for the Cougars. Still in search of their first point of the half. Still very early on, though. And the second one will go. And inbounded by Connor Lee. Here's Archie Mueller taking it up. Guarded by Dylan Avino. Mueller. Great way to get away from Nate and Dylan Avino. Great move there. Here's Connor Lee driving, gets the foul. And it'll be 2 shots for Connor Lee. Connor Lee at the line for 2 shots. Lee gets the first one. And if he gets this, they'll have a 9-point lead. He got it.
Great job there by the Rams as they went with a double team and got the ball. And
ball loose. MJ's shot is air ball. Now here it goes the other way with Nate Avino. One of the 2 brothers on this starting 5 for the Cougars. Out for Mandrini. They want to travel there. They don't get the call. That shot got it. And the Cougars to a 6-point deficit now. Connor Lee to Dragone. Dragone at the top of the point. Here's Marcus Johnson. Great move. Going all the way up, and he got it. A great job by Marcus Johnson.
Great penetration there by Johnson. Gets the space, cuts in, and gets the bucket as Cranford turns over the ball, trying to stretch a pass that was just touched too much.
Dylan Avino lobbing it away, looking for looking for Nick Dancer, and it was too high for him, and the Rams will gain possession. Here's Archie Mueller across for Ryan Fay. He has an open 3 here. It doesn't go. A great job by Dragone to win the rebound. Mike It was Ryan Fay there, my mistake. MJ slips, gets it back up to Ryan Fay, looking for the shot. He gets the foul. And they'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Great job there by the Rams. You know, they get the rebound and just move the ball around beautifully. Find Fay, who goes up again, doesn't get it to fall, but gets to the line, which is just as important.
Ryan Fay's first shot here. He got it. Perfect swish. And the Rams are on track, if Ryan gets this shot, to have a 10-point lead. And it's a 10-point lead for the Rams with 5:07 left in the third quarter. Here's Mandrini, the senior, looking for a pass. He gets it to Danzer, gives it to Nate Avino. Danzer gets it back. Disder across for Avino. A great job there. And it was Dylan Avino getting the points for the Cougars. Ball knocked away. Great job by Nate Avino.
Yeah, lots of turnovers by the Rams, which has been a consistent theme throughout this game. They get inside and someone gets their hand on the ball and it just slips or something.
Knocked away and it was swatted and Avino goes down. Dylan Avino, he'll get 2 shots. Here is Dylan Avino. His first 2 shots from the line tonight. Got the first one. Checking in for the Rams is Eric Devoncourt and Will Koska. Full senior line out there right now for the Rams. Here's Dylan Avino for a second shot. That shot won't go. And Ryan Fay collects the rebound. Ball was knocked away by Dylan Avino. Just missed the shot, but collected by Ryan Fay.
Rams are really just not being careful with the ball, which has led to so many turnovers for them.
Great pass from Will into the middle to Marcus Johnson. He can't do anything with it, though, as of right now. Great job. Koska at the top of the paint. Doesn't go. And rebounded by Dizdar. Great pass in the middle. Here is Dylan Avino. Nick Dizdar. Mandrini still at the top, waiting for some support. Guarded by Will Koska. Here's Dylan Avino. They're still looking for a lane. He finally finds one. Great job by Will to knock it away. And a great job there by Will Koska.
Yeah, Koska stayed with the man the whole time, and then when Avino went up, he was just there and blocked it.
Seems like a little redemption for that missed 3 he just had at the top of the paint, but we're going to get timeouts here, and we'll have a short break for the players. Devin, what have you seen that has impressed you offensively and defensively from the Rams tonight?
I mean, for the Rams, just their ability to move the ball on the offensive side. You know, they've been a little bit careless and turned over the ball, and they haven't been able to really knock down a lot of their threes. But when they get into the transition game and have like that 2-on-1, they really move the ball very well and get the points that they need. But and defensively, they've been honestly extraordinary. Because if it weren't for their defense tonight, Phil, I don't think they'd be winning this game at all. I mean, 31 points, 3 minutes, 35 seconds left in the third quarter. That's not ideal for any high school basketball team.
Absolutely
especially
not.
the Rams. But their defense has been on point tonight, and they've been very sharp. But I do want to see that offense get into another gear.
Yeah, this has been a particularly low-scoring game, a battle of the defenses, you could say. At this point in majority games, there had been at least 40 or 50 points out of right now, but the highest point is from the Rams tonight with 31, and the Cougars having 24. This is definitely a defensive battle tonight. Both defenses have been fantastic, to say the least, as it's inbounded from Dylan Avino to Enzo Mandrini, who's looking for some space around Marcus Johnson. He gets the shot off, he misses it, and rebounded by Will Koska. And now you can see the rebounds are starting to come in. Here's Will Koska to Marcus Johnson, still looking Gets it back to Connor Lee. Looking to three. He decides to not take the shot. Gives it to Eric Devoncourt. Gives it back to Connor Lee. Connor Lee, a deep three. Doesn't go. Will Koska can't get around and can't get the ball. And now it's taken up by Mandrini. Avino.
Yeah, I mean, again, just the poor three-point shooting from the Rams has been killer tonight. And, I mean, they're up, but, like, this is a game that I feel like they could have a much stronger lead. They were just to shove it inside, you know, move the ball a little bit better.
Nate Avino airballs it. The rebound's taken away by Ryan Fay. I completely agree with what you said. If they weren't taking these threes that they didn't need to take, this scoreline would be a lot more heavy on the Rams scoring side. So Marcus Johnson going up, can't get it. Will Koska gets the rebound, able to keep it in, gets it to Ryan Fay. Ryan Fay goes up, doesn't get it. Ball retrieved, and the Cougars are going to take it up court by C.J. Todd, who's going to drive in, knocked away by Will Koska, and the Rams will take it back up.
Great effort there by Koska to get back on defense as Connor Lee finds Fay for an open bucket. See, that's the ball movement I want to see. It's so simple and so easy. And when they can play fast, they can stretch out the floor and have people like that underneath the basket. But when they're chucking up threes because, it's easier, it's just not what you want to see.
I totally agree that. Oh, great shot by Nick Desder. I do agree that it is totally easier. But on the other case, chucking up threes, it's right there. It's tempting you. If you have an open shot, you want to take it. And, in that moment, you want to take the shot. You want to make the big play when they really should be focusing more on just playing more they want to play conservative. You want to get the shot that you can make 100%. An example right there is Connor Lee's able to make the jumper. The Rams are up 35-27 with a minute and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Dylan Avino taking his time. Gives it to Mandrini. Mandrini for three. Doesn't go. Marcus Johnson gains the rebound over Nate Avino. Both number 11s on the court. And Marcus Johnson. Ryan Fay. Knocked away by Dylan Avino, but it'll be Rams ball. And Will come back in for the Rams. Or is Archie coming back in for the Rams as Connor Lee comes out? My mistake. Inbounded to Ryan Fay. A minute left, 60 seconds of the third quarter. The Rams up 35-27. Eric Devoncourt over to Marcus Johnson. Gives it to Ryan Fay. The Rams trying to get this last-ditch effort here. A great pass across to Marcus Johnson. He looks like he lost his footing there. Gets it over to Eric. They wanted him to shoot it, and a miscommunication of a pass from Eric in between Archie and MJ, and it'll be Cougars ball. Inbounded to Nate Avino by Brody Ewing. Nate Avino. Over to Dizdar. They are going to hold the ball off and want to take the last shot of the game here. Dizdar with 9 seconds. Pulling up for three. Doesn't go. The rebound trickles into the hands. And now Nate Avino for three at the buzzer. Doesn't go. Will Koska grabs it. And that'll end the quarter. The Rams up 8 points at the end of the third. What we saw there is what we saw in the first quarter. The Rams were great offensively. And, the rebound, that we saw in the first half where they were very shaky with it, we saw they were much better in this second half so far with the rebounds-wise.
I mean, I like the adjustment Coach Doherty made on the defensive side. I mean, you can't adjust to make three-pointers, which is what I've been emphasizing all night. But they have had a better ball movement, kind of like on that sequence we saw where Lee found Fay for an open bucket. And when they've been in transition, they've been very successful, but they got to spread out the court more. And, I mean, they're up by 8, which is obviously phenomenal because this hasn't been the most pretty game for them.
Absolutely not.
But defensively, they are getting more defensive rebounds, which is huge. But I would like to see a little bit more on the offensive side. But at the same time, you're up 8 now, so you don't have to go crazy like they have been the first 3 quarters on the offensive side.
Crazy shots.
You can hold longer possessions, which is what we talked about earlier in the show. So, I mean, I'm interested to see what Coach Doherty goes with here. But yeah, it's going to be Rams to start it off for this fourth quarter. Up 8, 35-27.
Last 8 minutes of this game. And Devin, you explained it perfectly. The Rams, they're up by 8. There's no need to force any shots that you know you're not going to make 100%. And that is something you've been emphasizing all night, and I totally agree with you. There's no need to take these extra shots. Ryan Fay trying to get the pass off, lobs it away to Archie Mueller. Great job to get out of a sticky situation there. Here's Mueller looking for a pass, gets it to Marcus Johnson, spins around. Didn't have a chance to put up the lob as he was right underneath the backboard. Here's Lee for 3, doesn't go. The rebound is recovered by the Cougars in the hands of Will Morgan.
It's just not the shot you want to see, as they're not making threes all night.
And star for 3, got it! And it's now a 5-point lead for the Rams. The Cougars are climbing their way back with their claws here. Here's Lee. Lobbing it a little bit high. Ryan does collect it, though. Here's Fay. Looking for the shot. He got it. A great shot by Ryan Fay. And it's a 7-point lead. The Rams now just need to focus on themselves. They do not need to be focusing on taking these 3-pointers. I know when they're an open shot, it is very tempting to take, but they just cannot be taking those right now, as the Cougars are climbing their way back right now. A great pass across, and it'll go. Great job. Here's Connor Lee in the corner. Gets it around to Michael Dragone. Archie Mueller pulling up for 3, decides not to take the shot. Here's Ryan Fay. Ryan Fay, Connor Lee for 3. You need this. It doesn't go, and exactly what you've been talking about, Devin, forcing 3-point shots. This is exactly what you've been emphasizing all night, and this is something that they do not need to be doing right now.
Unnecessary.
Only up by 5.
You're up 5, and taking a 3 from Connor Lee, who has made only 1 tonight and taken about 6. It's not really what you want to be doing.
And of course, you're completely right. This is something they need to focus on, just getting the ball in the hoop. That's what they need to be focusing on. Whether it's 2 points, it doesn't matter. That's a great defensive play by Ryan
Phenomenal
Fay.
Play, yeah, exactly.
Didn't seem like it was on purpose, but Archie gets the layup. It was close to be
And that's what I'm talking about, spreading out the court as they just did with those long passes, but it got it right on them and gets the easy bucket.
Oh, great move there by Brody Ewing. That goes out, and it'll be Rams ball. Great job. That'll be the Rams ball here. And the Rams, with 5:19 to go in this game, are barely holding on. But they are fighting back to keep this lead. It'll be a timeout called by Oratory, I believe. It'll be out by the Rams. Yep, it'll be on the Rams. And they'll get a time to talk it over. The Rams have been very good with the rebound side of this, as I mentioned earlier. They struggled with it in the first half, even though they had their commanding lead at the end of the first quarter, only letting up 4 points. But as they went through the second quarter, they didn't even get over 10 points. I mean, they may have had 11 by the end of the second quarter, just the second quarter alone. They were great in the first quarter, especially offensively. They kind of slowed down in the second, and now in the third and the start of this fourth, they've been going back at it again. But it's something that Devin has been emphasizing this whole game, is that they're taking unnecessary shots. And it's just something that you don't want in a game like this where it's very close. You know you're not playing your best game. which we know they've not played their best game, was 100% the game against Pingree on Saturday on the 10th.
Yeah, and to add on to it, I mean, I understand the fact that, maybe one might fall, and then it's huge momentum shift. But if you can take 2, you should go for it. Because we saw that game against Summit where you're like hoping the whole game that maybe one might fall, and it never did. And that's just like why they should be going for 2. As Ryan Fay turns over.
Knocked away by MJ as a pass. It will be a foul.
Great work by MJ there. That is Marcus Johnson. Phenomenal work. He's one of the hardest working players out on the court. Forces turnovers, gets loose balls, a hard, gritty player, and 100% effort the entire game. And Archie Mueller will inbound it here with 5 minutes left.
Inbounding here is Archie Mueller. Gets it across for Marcus Johnson. He's at the point. He's trying to move around. Marcus Johnson in the corner. Ryan Fay decides not to shoot it. Miscommunication. He's able to keep it in. And knocked out. It's on the line. Are they going to give it to the Rams? It is off Dylan Avino. It'll be Rams ball.
We have 4 minutes left as Connor Lee will inbound it here. Lead to Dragon, and Dragon will hold it as he hands it off to Johnson. Johnson to Fay. Fay on the perimeter looking for a screen. Can't find it. Hands it off to Mueller. Mueller for 3. No
Doesn't
good.
go. Knocked away. Great job by Connor Lee there, getting the rebound. Ryan Fay for 3 now. He got it. And that is exactly what they needed. A huge momentum shifter. They've been looking for it this whole quarter, and now they're up by 10 again. Tune in for the next home game for the Rams, which is going to be on Thursday. It's Thursday, January 22nd at 7 p.m., a rivalry matchup, which will be against Summit. 7 p.m. coverage will be on our stream on this same YouTube link. You can find it. Stream will be starting around 6:50 Eastern Time as the Rams here still in the lead. Dylan Avino looking around. This shot from Dizdar, deep 3, doesn't go, and a great job by getting the rebound there by Michael Dragon. Archie Mueller looking, great job. Mueller looks to take it himself. He's tripped. It'll be Rams ball. It'll be on Joe Bettino. Here's Dragon. Archie Mueller goes and he travels. He got the layup, and it will not count. Here's Dylan Avino taking it up for the Cougars. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left tonight. Avino driving. Got the lay. And the Cougars are still clawing their way back. Rams up by 5. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Here's Dragon. Lays it off to Connor Lee. Knocked away by Mandrini, but retrieved again by Connor Lee. Lee, jumper. It does not go. Knocked away by Marcus Johnson out of the hands of Joe Bettino. And it'll go off the hands of, it appears to be Nate Avino, or Dylan Avino, and it'll be Rams ball. The Rams are looking very, even though it is late in this game, and they only have a lead by 5 points, it's a close game, they are still very confident and calm on the ball. Here's Dragon for 3. Got it! And that is a big shot by the Rams and Michael Dragon. Unbelievable. Great shot. Open 3. Here's Dylan Avino. Lost the ball. He lost the ball, and Michael Dragon will go down and get the and 1. What a play! And that is a huge momentum shifter. Unbelievable. A great shot by Michael Dragon. And he got the and 1. And with a chance to put us up by 11.
Massive props to Dragon there to stay calm, cool, and collective as he hit the 3 and then didn't get ahead of himself. Got back on defense, got the steal, and goes up for the layup.
And it'll be a timeout. Seems to be called by Cranford as they just let up 5 points within 10, 15 seconds. The Rams really look confident on the ball now. You know, you could wonder. I'm going to try and peek in and see what Coach Doherty's saying.
As Phil said, tune in next Thursday for a huge game against the Hilltoppers. It's one you won't want to miss, and it'll be a packed house here at DeGata.
Okay, I was just listening in, just eavesdropping on the timeout for the Rams. Coach Doherty saying they just got to be able to stick with the ball. They can't be taking these unnecessary shots, something that me and Devin have just been talking about this whole game.
And as I was telling the viewers, tune in next Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
To DeGata Hall
Huge game.
for a huge game. But, I mean,
Rams will be hungry in that one. They lost the game earlier in the season to the Hilltoppers in a double overtime heartbreak.
But for the Rams, you know, as you look at the standings, they're looking at about third place right now with 3 conference losses, 1 to ALJ, 1 to Union, and that crushing loss to Summit. But if the Rams can get back on track here with a lot of the conference games ending up to finish their season off at home, they could make a run for the conference still. As Dragon misses his free throw and Cranford moves the ball up the court.
Yeah, Will Koska, I was talking to him earlier today. He said they want to win the division. The big win that they need to get is against Union, who have lost only 1 game this season and have lost none in the conference this year. They've been fantastic. They were beating them at halftime just a couple days ago, and, you know, they were, as you said earlier, you were at the game. What went wrong, do you think, Devin?
Well, I mean, the Rams, for those who don't know, they had a 13-point lead in that game in the third quarter.
Oh, wow, what a shot by Mandrini to put them down by 7.
But unfortunately for the Rams, what went wrong was they left guys open on the perimeter who hit a lot of threes, and there was a sequence where Union made about 6 threes in a row. As Faye, beautiful passing there by Faye to get the and 1.
That was beautiful chemistry just seen on the court. And it'll be an and 1.
As I was saying, what went wrong in Union was really just leaving guys open on the perimeter, and they just really weren't able to. Union was able to cash in, and the Rams weren't able to really keep up with that pace when Union made about 6 threes in a row, and it was not a pace that really anyone can keep up with.
That'll be an and 1. Nick Danzer got it, and back to a possible only 7-point lead. The Rams of the Cougars have just going back and forth. They've just been going band for band with 10-point to 7-point deficits and leads. You know, Rams would be up by 10, Cougars would knock it down to 7. Rams would be up by 10, Cougars would knock it down back to 7. It's just been a back and forth game. The Cougars, if I was the Cougars coach right now, they just need to be perfect on defense to get knock this down, because. And it won't be back to a 7-point lead. It's knocked out. Great job by Connor Lee. Archie Mueller will take it around the court. Mueller. Here's Marcus Johnson. Faye over to Dragon. Knocked away and kept in by Danzer. They're saying that the ball went out. And it'll be Rams ball.
That was a huge call there for the ref, but I think he got it right as it went off Dragon's leg. The Cranford player then kicked it, and it rolled out of bounds.
And the Cougar fans are not happy. Timeout here for the Cougars. Minute 53, Rams up by 8. And if I was the Cougars coach, I would be telling my players, you got to be perfect defensively, as I just mentioned a minute ago. They keep going back and forth on points. They need to just limit the Rams. You don't need to stop every single point, but they need to limit the amount of points that the Rams score so they can claw back and get some momentum.
Yeah, Phil, you couldn't have said that better. I mean, they're down by 8, A minute 53 left. they really cannot make any mistakes if you're Chatham, or if you're Cranford. But if you're Oratory Prep, you just want to have a long possession here. Maybe get the bucket if they're left open. Let them foul you. Don't turn it over.
And it appears that some Cougar fans are getting booted here. And they're singing "No, no, 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 goodbye," as some Cougar fans are getting booted for yelling at the refs. That must be embarrassing. He's getting booted. He's trying to yell at the Rams fans. And see you later, kid. He just got booted out of the gym. They're leaving the door wide open for him. He is out of here, and the Rams. That is just comical. You got to control yourself. Here's Archie Mueller. They're trying to hold on. And Dragon got it.
As I said, if you have the open layup, you take it. They did.
I just find that absolutely hilarious, man.
I've been here a long time, Phil, and I've never seen that.
Dancer for three. He got it. He's been fantastic tonight from outside the paint. No, you got to control yourself as a fan. A minute 16 to go. Rams up 52 to 45. Connor Lee's two-pointer there. My mistake. Up by 9 here. Dancer for three again. No way. He's been fantastic for three today. He gets it back. Is he going to take it again? Mandrini looking across. Great job, Connor Lee, and a foul. Connor Lee from the line.
Yo, guys, what happened? What happened?
That is genuine. Yo, I can't even lie. He was so pretty funny. I can't lie. And here's Connor Lee again from the line. He got it, and the Rams have an 11-point lead. Here's Avino. Dylan Avino. Taking it up. Great job there. Great bucket. And it's down back to 9 points. 56-47.
And Cranford will take a timeout. Be a quick 30-second timeout. 46.2 seconds left here in tonight's affair. Rams lead by 9. Quite an interesting night. A lot of rowdy fans here. One just got kicked out.
For the Cougars.
Yeah, for the Cougars, not for the Rams.
Rams have been very respectful tonight, actually.
Yeah, very.
They were getting chirped by that one fan before he just got booted, but they've been very respectful tonight. You got to give the Rams rowdies props. Cougars coach saying, "Let's go, let's go." Here's Faye, and the Rams are just looking to hold on. Marcus Johnson, great job getting away from the foul there. A coast-to-coast pass from Marcus Johnson to Connor Lee. Back to an 11-point lead, 30 seconds left. And the Rams rowdies are ready for this final buzzer to go. Here's Mandrini. Great shot there. Showing they're not dead yet. Dragon over to Connor Lee. Ball's in between his legs. He falls on it. Does he have it? Are they going to say it's Rams ball? The ref says it is Cougar ball. Ten seconds. Nate Avino. Dylan Avino shot. Got it. That was a nice shot there, but a foul was called. And this is a really good night for the Rams here. I mean, after that loss to Union, they're still going to stay undefeated at home. They're going to go to 6-0 at home.
Yeah, and for the Rams, I mean, this win might not seem like a lot given how they played, but Cranford actually beat ALJ, who the Rams lost to. And it's just the whole, like, all the scores are a little wacky because teams lose to teams, but then beat the team that other team lost to.
Yeah, of course.
And Phil, I mean, I'm trying to, like, wrap my head around, like, who's really, like, legit.
Yeah.
And really, the only team I can say with confidence is legit is Union.
Yeah. As the Rams will hold on to this ball, and the Rams will win and go to 6-0 at home, and will go to 7-5 on the season with a score of 58-50 against the Cranford Cougars. And signing off tonight is me, Phil Solomon, and Devin Mulvaney. A great win for the Rams.
Yes, thank you for listening, and we'll be back here next Thursday versus Summit.
Thank you. Have a good night. Go Rams.